Good morning, everyone. Today we have Mrs. Chen here. My name is Li Wei, and I'm gonna show you some Chinese art. Um, Today it's Chinese calligraphy. So the history of Chinese calligraphy is so long. So as long as that China itself, calligraphy is a special category in China's world of fine art and one of the most challenging Chinese art forms for a foreigner to appreciate. Calligraphy, and also called Shufa, is one of the four basic skills and disciplines of the Chinese literature. Together with painting, which is Hua, stringed musical instrument, Qin, and board games, Qi. These four arts, and calligraphy is one of it most important one because it's also connected with language, with a culture. Study Chinese calligraphy, one must learn something about the origins of Chinese characters, which can be traced to inscriptions on bones, tortoise shells, and bonesware, of which the earliest identifiable characters belong to the Shang dynasty, which is 16th to 11th century BC. Through the centuries, Chinese characters have changed constantly and are mainly divided into 5 categories today. The seal script, 篆书, look like this. This is 篆书. Official script, 隶书. 隶书 look like this. Regular script, 楷书. This is 楷书. Running script, 行书. Like this. Chinese calligraphy, like script itself, has developed the above-mentioned styles according to various schools. Seal characters, which were developed in the Western Zhou dynasty, which is 11th century, 711 BC, and are the earliest form of writing after oracle inscriptions, were the first unified and standardized characters of the nation. Official script is a simplified form of script since seal characters were too complicated for ancient officials to use when copying documents. Official script led to the emergence of regular script, which was squared in form, non-cursive, and architectural in style. In the 3rd century, official script also gave birth to cursive script, where characters are often joined with the last stroke of the first that merges into the initial stroke of the next character, which made the writing process much faster. Running script falls somewhere between regular and cursive script. Calligraphy is an art form that involves a great deal of theory and requires many skills. That is all the styles of the script, so which is 5 together. And so majorly, if we learn, you have to know the history about it and what type of style you like to learn, and you will find most enjoyable to learn. So talk about the tools, and we need 4 things for basic to start with. We call 4 treasures of the study. Produce Chinese characters, one will need a brush. There's brush stand I hang on it. So this is the brush we use for. Paper. For Chinese character, because it's square, so we use the paper already draw the square for you to try to practice. So this is the paper with the square on, printed on. Ink. So old days we use ink stick to put in the ink stone, which is the tool we need to use. So put the stick into the ink stone, put some water in and press on it, give a little round and press. So eventually the ink gonna made in the holder of the ink stone. So this is the old days we use more often, but nowadays we use the ink itself. It's a liquid one, much easier. So they're made in a bottle, and you can use a little holder to collect. Put the ink into there, and depends how much you need for the practice, then you know how much to put in. We suggest not to put back in the bottle when you already used, because it's connected with the air, the dust in the air, and also it's dry. When it's dried out, it's not good to put back in there. So pour out how much you need for the day for your practice. So this is the 4 basic tools we need for our practice of the calligraphy. So this is necessary to learn about the tools. First of all, the brush. My brushes are varied, different type of it. White goat hair and black rabbit hair and yellow weasel hair brushes are the main ones. And the basic of function brushes are classified into 3 groups: hard, soft, and both. Brush handles are usually made of bamboo, wood. This one is bamboo, and this one is wood. And some of it are made of jade and lacquer or porcelain, ivory. The handles are rare and precious, so nowadays we majorly use the wood and the bamboo one. The ink stick is a unique pigment used for Chinese traditional painting and calligraphy. The most famous ink stick, 伊水墨, Anhui ink stick, made of pines that grow on Huangshan Mountain in Anhui province. Clear water is needed to grind in the ink stick, which must be balanced in the hand during the grinding or rubbing process. Press hard and rub lightly, slowly, and evenly against the ink slab until a thick liquid ink forms. Paper. Paper was invented by Cai Lun in the Eastern Han Dynasty, which is 25 to 220. White paper comes in many varieties. Xuan paper, produced in the Jing prefecture of Xuanzhou, today is Anhui province, is considered the best of Chinese calligraphy. The paper is soft and fine textured, suitable for conveying the artistic expression of both Chinese calligraphy and painting. With a good tensile strength and moth-proof quality, the paper can be preserved for a long time. Ink stones or ink slabs have been classified into 3 categories: Duan, Shi, and Tao. Features common to all 3 ink slabs are the stone's hardness and fineness. Although the stone is hard and fine, it is not dry or slippery. Using a hard, smooth stone, liquid ink can be produced easily by rubbing the ink stick against the controlling the flexibility of the brush, concentration of the ink, and the absorbency of the paper, the artist can produce an infinity variety of calligraphy styles and forms. So this is the tools we were using for learning and practicing. So basically, you can get some shops or online for the choice you made. Which the brush, we usually use three sizes, right? This is the large size of the sable hair, which is the hard one, the hard brush, hard hair. So it's best for calligraphy, use the hard hair. And the medium size, the sable hair as well. So you can use for different size of the characters. So the big one, the medium size one, and also the small one. So these three, it's what the basic you need to start with. Although if you like to write some big characters, there's the extra large one. So that 4, you can get a beginner. For talking about the how to take care of your brush, is when you finish using, you need to rinse thoroughly with the clear water, cold water. So clean thoroughly, and you can squeeze the water out with your clean hand before squeeze on, because then the oil or bacteria on your hand and sweat, it's not good for the natural hair, these animals' hair. So wash your hands with soap first and then squeeze out, hanging upside down like this. You have one until dry. So this hanger you can buy online or you can buy from me as well. Okay. So let it air dry rather than like hair dryer or the heat on. It's not good for it. So this is the basic tools what we need for beginner learning. We just talk about today. Okay. So next time we'll show you the basic skills about how to start as a total beginner. So today I show you how to hold your brush. Hold your brush as all 5 fingers together. So the brush is 3 fingers hold first. These 2 on one side and the thumb in another side of the brush. And these 2 little fingers, it's supporting. So hold of the third length of the brush. Okay, so bottom third there. Hold like straight to towards your paper, so 90 degrees from table and your brush. So start with, we will show you how to do 楷书, how to do the basic strokes. We have about 53 different strokes to use, but there are some basic ones. So first of all, we learn 楷书. We start with the basic characters, basic strokes. So easiest thing we learn it's the numbers. So we start with number 1, which use 横, which means from left to right you have one straight stroke. Right in the middle, I use the big brush and the big size one, because today I'm gonna write for bigger characters so you can see it clearly. So one stroke in the right middle of one square makes one word. Okay, hold your brush straight 90 degrees. From left, straight to the right in the middle. Up a bit, come back. Keep it straight. So that's number 1. And number 2 is easy, like number 1, just one more stroke on the top. So that is the square I'm using, okay? So the words normally it's right in the middle of the square, not to go over the square, not too small in one side or another, it's just right in the middle. So number 2 is 2 strokes, one in the upper part. Again, straight, up a bit, back. And second one is slightly longer than the first one in the down part of the square. Press a little bit, do it slowly, not too fast, not too thin. Keep it as the size half of your brush. So that's number 2. The third character, number 3. Just one more stroke in the right middle. Gosh, the wind is quite strong, shaking my paper. Okay, so first one, it's upper part, kind of short one. Second, right in the middle, slightly longer. Third one is longest on the bottom part of your square. The same technique, okay, go very straight, and the end you need to come back, make the end quite round and not finish as this, okay, so that is not good. You need to come back, make it equal line. Okay, second stroke we learn it's shu. We use a lot for this in the characters, which is from top to bottom, okay, so press a little bit from top and down, straight line. So I'm gonna write a simple character for this one, which is number 10. So I used 2 strokes. First one is hen, right in the middle, straight line, up a bit, back. Shu is from the top, press a bit, keep it straight line. You can move your whole arm if it's not long enough. So that's number 10 with 2 strokes. So that's shu, okay? Hen and shu. There's another word, it's up and down. This involved both hen and shu. So shang is up. Shang have 3 strokes. Xia, which is down. Shan is upside down, like go up part. Shu first. Press a bit. Straight line. Right middle. And then top part is hen. Small hen. Shorter one. The last stroke, the long, very long hen. Okay, come back as well. Make it a round end. That's up. Shang. Okay, up. Okay, so now we learned hen and shu. The third one will be dian. Dian, we have a few different type of dian, which is a dot. We have a small dot, longer dot, and a straight dot. So let's try the small dot first. Dian. Little one, you can press back. Press first and then go up a little bit, like a little tick, right? So that's another dian. And there's another word, xia, involved hen, shu, and dian. So all these 3 we learned today, you can all use in one word. So longer hen first. Remember, keep it straight slowly. When it ends, up a little bit and come back. Shu, right in the middle, you can see the line there to guide you. Straight down and a little bit back to keep it round on the bottom. And the end's the last stroke, which is just that smaller one, small dian. Okay, so this is xia, done. Right, so we learned actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words today. 1, 2, 3, 10, shang, and xia. Okay, so 4 numbers included up and down. So that's what we learned today. Okay, hope you like it. Thank you for watching. Bye. Okay, thank you for watching.